Have you ever wondered about the deep desires that move mature women? When we reflect on Stoic teachings, we understand that desires, though natural, can be both motivating and distressing. Delving into the psychology of these desires is like unraveling a complex and fascinating universe. First, it's crucial to remember that maturity brings with it clarity about what really matters. Mature women tend to seek authentic connections where the superficial gives way to the deep. This search for authenticity is not just a desire, but a necessity rooted in the understanding that life is ephemeral and that time must be invested in meaningful relationships. Over the years, values and priorities adjust, and the search for a genuine connection. It becomes a beacon that guides decisions. What was attractive in youth? Status, appearance, superficialities lose color in the face of the need for meaningful dialogues and bonds that nourish the soul. This desired authenticity is not a whim, but a manifestation of wisdom accumulated over time, the understanding that life is finite and that every moment is precious. It changes the way you choose to invest your emotional energy. Mature women learn to value honesty and vulnerability because they know that only in this way is it possible to build bonds that truly stand the test of time and adversity. Each interaction is an opportunity to create valuable memories and to connect on a level that transcends the mundane. Then, we have the desire for emotional stability. For many, maturity is synonymous with inner peace. Stoic philosophy teaches us the importance of emotional balance, and mature women, aware of the emotional storms already faced, crave a serenity that only experience can provide. They want partners who understand the importance of staying calm and rational, even in the most challenging moments. Emotional stability then becomes a pillar, an anchor that keeps the boat safe amid the waves of life. This balance is like a beacon that guides behavior and decisions, lighting the way, even in the darkest of nights. This search for authenticity is also reflected in the way mature women relate to the world around them. They seek experiences that enrich the soul. Preferring quality moments to empty quantities, depth is the currency, and superficiality no longer finds a place in the circle of priorities. Every conversation, every exchange of glances, every gesture is loaded with a meaning that transcends simplicity, creating a tapestry of experiences that are remembered and cherished. And so, as maturity unfolds like a scroll of wisdom and clarity, other equally profound aspects emerge, such as the search for emotional stability. Furthermore, this search for authenticity is intrinsically linked to the need to live according to one's own values and principles. Maturity brings with it the courage to reject what does not resonate with one's essence. Fostering relationships that inspire growth and mutual understanding. The social masks fall, giving way to a more sincere existence and aligned with the inner truth. It is at this stage of life that mature women find the strength to free themselves from external expectations and fully embrace who they really are. On this journey, Stoic philosophy offers a solid foundation. By emphasizing the importance of truth and integrity, Stoicism resonates deeply with this search for authenticity. Living according to nature and accepting what cannot be changed are principles that echo in the heart of those who desire true connections. The understanding that life is short motivates the search for interactions that really matter, avoiding wasting time with superficial relationships. It does not contribute to personal well-being and growth. The search for emotional stability is not a passive aspiration, but an active practice of self-control and constant reflection. Mature women recognize that inner peace is not a permanent state, but a skill to be cultivated and protected. They learn to navigate the turbulent waters of life with grace and resilience. By turning every challenge into an opportunity to strengthen that inner serenity, historical philosophy offers valuable tools for this journey, teaching us to distinguish between what is under our control and what is not, allowing us to focus on what really matters in our relationships. This search for stability translates into the choice of partners who share this vision. They want to be with people who, understanding the importance of calm and rationality, are able to face adversity with a balanced and centered posture. These partners not only provide emotional support, but also reflect and reinforce the commitment to a life of tranquility and wisdom. Emotional stability is thus a foundation on which solid and lasting relationships are built, where trust and mutual understanding are fundamental. In everyday life, emotional stability manifests itself in many ways. It is the ability to maintain composure during conflict, to offer a word of comfort in times of sadness, and to find joy in the little things of life. Mature women value the serenity that comes with experience, knowing that every moment of calm is a triumph over the uncertainties and turmoil of the past. They transform their lives into havens of peace, where the mind and heart can rest and recharge. If to face the world with renewed energy, this much-desired emotional stability is not an end in itself, but a foundation upon which other desires and aspirations can flourish. With a calm mind and a peaceful heart, they are free to explore new possibilities and pursue new forms of personal and emotional fulfillment. Thus, emotional stability not only sustains everyday life, but also opens doors to continuous growth and unceasing discovery of oneself. And while this anchor of emotional stability is firmly fixed at the bottom of the being, another equally deep and significant desire emerges as the ceaseless search for independence. Another crucial point is the search for independence. Mature women value autonomy, understanding that excessive dependence can be a burden. This desire is deeply rooted in historical philosophy. It preaches self-sufficiency and freedom. Independence is not seen as isolation, but as the ability to be good with oneself, to make decisions, and to follow one's own path without needing the constant approval of others. This independence is a celebration of personal freedom and a rejection of the shackles that can stifle the spirit. Independence for a mature woman. It is like a garden carefully cultivated over the years, where each choice is a flower that blooms in its own time. This garden is nourished by wisdom accumulated through experiences and by a clear understanding of what really matters. Stoic philosophy reinforces the importance of being self-sufficient, of not depending on others to find one's own happiness, this independence. It allows one to live in an authentic way, aligned with one's own values and principles, without being influenced by external expectations. The search for independence also implies a deep trust in oneself. Mature women learn to value their own opinions and decisions, recognizing that they are capable of charting their own path. This trust is a silent force, a constant presence that guides every step. And the courage to face challenges with firmness and determination. Stoic philosophy teaches that true freedom comes from within a mind and heart that are not hostages to external circumstances. In the context of relationships, this independence manifests itself in balanced partnerships where both sides respect and value the autonomy of the other. Mature women They look for companions who understand and appreciate this need for space and freedom, knowing that true intimacy is born of mutual respect and acceptance of individualities. They build relationships based on equality and mutual support, where each is free to grow and flourish in their own direction, without losing the deep and meaningful connection that unites them. Independence is also reflected in daily choices. In the small decisions that make up everyday life, from the careers they pursue to the hobbies they cultivate, mature women choose paths that resonate with their passions and personal interests. They live intentionally, taking ownership of their time and energy and directing it to what really makes them happy. This Stoic approach to life promotes a full and rich existence. Where every day is an expression of freedom and self-sufficiency. And so, as independence flourishes and intertwines with every aspect of life, another deep and intrinsic desire emerges, such as the unceasing search for self-knowledge. The search for self-knowledge is also a latent desire. Maturity brings an introspective journey, where understanding oneself becomes essential. Mature women crave a partner who is also in tune with this quest. Self-knowledge is seen as a powerful tool for facing life's challenges with wisdom and resilience, traits widely valued in Stoic philosophy. In this path of self-discovery, each reflection becomes a mirror that reveals not only the soul itself, but also the mysteries of the inner universe. The introspective journey that accompanies maturity is rich in discovery and revelation. Every experience lived, every challenge overcome, contributes to the construction of a more solid and conscious identity. Mature women recognize the importance of looking within, questioning their motivations, fears, and desires. In a relentless quest to understand what really moves them, this introspection is not an exercise in vanity, but a Stoic practice of self-understanding that strengthens the spirit and mind, preparing them to face any adversity with serenity and clarity. This self-knowledge also shapes the way they relate to others by better understanding their own emotions and reactions. Mature women develop deeper empathy and a greater ability to connect genuinely with those around them. They look for partners who share this vision, who also value the importance of knowing themselves, and who are willing to embark on this joint journey of growth and discovery. The relationship then becomes a harmonious dance of both. Partners support and inspire each other in their quest for self-knowledge. The Stoic philosophy reinforces the importance of truly knowing oneself. Historians believe that the key to true freedom and inner peace lies in deep understanding of oneself. Mature women by following these teachings. While self-knowledge is an inexhaustible source of strength and resilience, they learn to identify and challenge their own limitations, to recognize and celebrate their virtues, and to accept with grace and humility the imperfections that are part of their human nature. This desire for acceptance is also reflected in the way mature women choose their social circles. They seek to be surrounded by people who value honesty and vulnerability, who offer unconditional support and genuine acceptance. In such an environment, the true essence can flourish, free from shadows, criticism, and judgment. Stoic philosophy teaches that virtue lies in living in harmony with nature, and this includes human nature with all its imperfections. Acceptance, therefore, is an act of wisdom, a recognition that true inner peace comes from being true to oneself in everyday life. The search for acceptance manifests itself in small but powerful actions. It is the courage to speak the truth, to show weakness, to ask for help when needed. It is the ability to look in the mirror and smile at the person you see. Knowing that every flaw is an integral part of the whole, mature women learn to love themselves completely, to embrace their peculiarities, and to find beauty in their uniqueness. This is a profound teaching of Stoicism, which preaches the importance of living according to our true nature without trying to be what we are not. An often overlooked desire is acceptance. Mature women seek to be accepted for who they are, with all their imperfections and scars. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept what we cannot change and to value our true essence. This desire for acceptance is linked to the need for an environment where they can be vulnerable and authentic without fear of judgment or criticism. This search for acceptance is a deep inner journey, where every failure and every triumph are seen as vital components of history itself. It is the understanding that real beauty lies in the honesty of being who you are, without masks or disguises. Acceptance for a mature woman is liberation from the chains of perfection imposed by society. She learns that her scars are not marks of failure, but symbols of resilience and growth. Every line of expression, every mark of time, is a testimony of the battles fought and won. Stoicism reinforces the idea that we should embrace our true nature, accepting both our strengths and our weaknesses. Acceptance is not resignation, but rather a celebration of authenticity, a declaration that we are sufficient just as we are. By prioritizing quality experiences, mature women also cultivate a healthier relationship. Over time, they learn to say no to what doesn't serve them, to value their own space, and to dedicate their time to the activities and people that really matter. This conscious time management is a Stoic practice that reinforces the idea that every moment is precious and should be lived fully and consciously as such. The search for enriching experiences becomes a practical manifestation of historical philosophy in everyday life, a way of living that reflects the wisdom accumulated over the years. And while this search for enriching experiences continues to shape and define their lives, another equally deep and relevant desire emerges as the need to find a greater purpose, this appreciation of enriching experiences. It is also linked to the idea of personal legacy. Each moment lived with intensity and purpose becomes part of a larger tapestry, a life story that reflects the values and passions of those who live it. Mature women understand that life is too short to be wasted on what doesn't add up, and so they dedicate themselves to creating memories that will be remembered and cherished. Stoicism. It supports this view by emphasizing that we should live according to our nature, seeking virtue and wisdom in all our actions. Additionally, mature women have a growing desire for enriching experiences. Unlike youth, where quantity is often sought, maturity values quality. Every experience is seen as an opportunity for learning and growth. A concept strongly supported by Stoicism, living fully in the present moment, taking advantage of every moment, is a desire that reflects an understanding of the transience of life. This search for meaningful experiences transforms each interaction, each journey, each new knowledge into a treasure, where depth and intensity take the place of superficiality and ephemeral. The Stoic philosophy. It teaches the importance of appreciating the present and extracting value from each moment. For mature women, this translates into a life rich in experiences that really matter. They seek activities that nourish the soul, that bring a sense of purpose and accomplishment. A walk in nature, a deep conversation with a friend, a moment of silent contemplation. All of this is lived with an intensity that only maturity can provide. The quality of experiences becomes a compass that guides choices and priorities, moving away from what is trivial and embracing what is truly in everyday life. This search for self-knowledge is manifested in practices that promote reflection and introspection. Whether through meditation, journaling, or deep conversations with friends and mentors, every moment of reflection is an opportunity to deepen your understanding of yourself. Mature women turn this practice into a sacred ritual, a time devoted exclusively to cultivating inner understanding. And in doing so, they arm themselves with the necessary wisdom to navigate through life with confidence and tranquility. And as this introspective journey unfolds, opening doors to a deeper understanding of themselves, another equally powerful desire emerges as the relentless search for meaningful, enriching experiences. Acceptance also paves the way for a richer and fuller life, where relationships are built on foundations of sincerity and understanding. When we accept ourselves, we also learn to accept others, creating deeper and more meaningful connections. This environment of mutual acceptance promotes continuous growth, where each person is free to be the best version of themselves. Acceptance thus becomes a unifying force, a link that strengthens all areas of life. And as this journey of acceptance unfolds, revealing layers of authenticity and truth, another equally fundamental desire emerges, such as the intrinsic need to find purpose and meaning in every moment lived. Valuing mutual respect is another crucial point. Mature women desire relationships based on deep respect, where both partners are seen as equals. This desire resonates with the historical principles of dignity and honor. Respecting and being respected is fundamental to building a solid and lasting relationship. In Stoic philosophy, mutual respect is not just a social courtesy, but a pillar that underpins true friendship and partnership. It is the belief that each individual has intrinsic value and deserves to be treated with consideration and integrity. In a relationship based on mutual respect, there is room for individual growth and harmonious collaboration, where differences are celebrated and challenges are faced together, strengthening bonds of trust and camaraderie. The pursuit of harmony is another significant desire. Mature women understand that life has enough challenges. They want an environment of peace and harmony. This desire aligns with the Stoic principles of avoiding unnecessary conflict and seeking a quiet and balanced life. In historical philosophy, harmony is not just a state of absence of conflict, but an active goal of cultivating peaceful and constructive relationships. It is the practice of finding the balance between one's own needs and those of others, fostering an environment where everyone can thrive and grow together. The search for harmony also extends to the internal environment of each individual. Mature women seek to cultivate an inner peace that sustains them in the face of life's challenges. This involves practices of self-control, reflection, and acceptance. As taught by historians, by living in harmony with themselves, they are better able to extend that harmony to their relationships and the world around them. Thus, the pursuit of harmony is not just a personal desire, but a commitment to a lifestyle that promotes well-being and serenity in all aspects of life. Another important desire is the search for truth. Mature women value honesty and transparency, understanding that the truth, no matter how harsh it may be, is always better than a lie. This desire is reflected in historical philosophy, which values truth as a non-negotiable principle in life for historians. Living according to the truth is a demonstration of integrity and virtue, fundamental to a full and ethical life. It is the belief that honesty not only strengthens the bonds of trust between people, but also strengthens individual character, allowing one to navigate life with clarity and conviction in the search for truth. Mature women also value authenticity in themselves and others. They're looking for relationships and situations where they can be true to themselves without masks or pretensions. This search for authenticity aligns perfectly with historical teachings that encourage us to live according to nature itself without being carried away by falsehoods or illusions. The search for truth is not just a desire, but a conscious choice to live a life that is genuine and wholesome, reflecting the highest values of historical philosophy. Finally, mature women desire genuine love, not an idealized or romantic love, but a real love that accepts and values the partner in their entirety. This desire is a manifestation of the historical understanding that true love is a mixture of affection, respect, and acceptance. A feeling that transcends the superficial and is rooted in the deep understanding and connection between two souls. In Stoic philosophy, love is seen as a commitment to care for another with compassion and integrity, cultivating a relationship based on virtue and reciprocity. This desire for genuine love is also linked to the idea of finding a partner who shares similar values and goals. Mature women look for a relationship that is a source of mutual growth, where they can face challenges together and celebrate achievements in harmony. This search for authentic love reflects not just a yearning for companionship, but an aspiration for a deep and meaningful partnership, rooted in mutual trust and unwavering support. Thus, genuine love becomes not just a desire, but a commitment to nourish and strengthen, following the fundamental principles of Stoic philosophy. Thanks for watching. Share this video to inspire others with the timeless teachings of Stoicism. Don't miss the next video that will appear on